Hello, Winnacunnet. Welcome back to another episode of WHTV. I'm Anthony.
And I'm Jackson. Today, we have a quick episode before we head off to Thanksgiving break in 2 weeks.
That's right. With November winding down, so are our fall sports, making way for our winter activities.
But first, we should recognize our football team, who, as we discussed in the last episode, played the centennial anniversary of Exeter versus Winnacunnet.
That was almost 2 months ago, and now our teams have had their final games on Winnacunnet soil. There are multiple Winnacunnet sports teams that made the playoffs in their respective sports. The boys' football team made the playoffs as the 10th seed and played against the 7th seed, Manchester Memorial. Sadly, they lost that game 22-13. Girls field hockey also made the playoffs as the 5 seed and lost to the 12 seed, Salem, 3-2. The girls' soccer team had an impressive run in the playoffs, having 3 shutouts and ultimately meeting their end to Pinkerton in the finals, losing 3-1. The Winnacunnet golf team finished second in the state, losing by 4 strokes to Souhegan. Nora Fleming went to the girls' New England tournament, and in the boys' individual, Alex Santora and Elliot Brisner tied for 10th, Chris Berry placed 7th, and Jimmy Schaller placed 3rd. And he proceeded to compete in the New England Championship. Congratulations to all the teams for a great season.
It's a shame that the season is almost over. I barely even gotten to know about the teams and how they did until now.
Lucky for you, we have a story that goes over this year's football season and team. Let's hear it.
The football team is one of the many sports teams here at Winnacunnet High School. Football has been a Winnacunnet tradition since 1958 when the school was originally built. With the season coming to an end recently, many people are looking forward to next year.
The student athletes that were part of this year's football team had their last home game on the Friday of October 18th. The players really enjoyed the memories they made this season.
I just really like playing football. It's my favorite sport, and I really like hitting people.
Hitting people's fun, and that's pretty much it.
I don't know. I also like the team bonding part of it.
Yeah, the family part. Once you're part of the team, you're part of the family. So that's a good part of it for me.
I like that we just had a bleach party because we just made it into playoffs.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll make it farther in. And yeah.
Definitely the bleach party. You know, never not been ginger, so it's weird. But
we've also had a lot of fun at our team dinners.
Team dinners are great, really yummy. Lots of food. It's a good part.
I chose to play for the Winnacunnet football team to hit people. I chose it for team dinner.
Coaches are a necessity in not just football, but in any sport. The coach of the Winnacunnet Warriors is Coach Ryan Francoeur. He plans to continue coaching in the foreseeable future.
Well, I played 3 sports when I was in high school and growing up, and after college, when I got into teaching, I started coaching sports as well. And so it's my 22nd year here, and I've been a football coach in some way on the staff each of those years. Yeah, I think that'd be a tough one. We've had a lot of good ones over the years, a lot of big extra wins, things along those lines, but probably in 2017 we went undefeated and beat Pinkerton for the state title. That's the plan, as long as they don't plan on getting rid of me or anything, but yeah. So my plan is to still be coaching, yes.
This will be the last year of playing for the Winnacunnet Warriors for the senior athletes. They're going to miss the amazing time they had playing for Winnacunnet.
You know, I think my favorite memory is all of them that have ever happened. I love every single thing about this, and I'm going to miss it my entire life.
Oh yeah, every single thing about it. So I live for this. I breathe for this, and I'll die for this.
My favorite was honestly just like being here with everybody. Honestly, Friday Night Lights, just going under the, just running out of the tunnel basically, just seeing like the whole town and you know, everyone, the whole community's here, and it's just like a big event. Yeah, I'll definitely miss the experience. There's been a lot. I'll miss being with everybody here. All my coaches, my parents they're all supportive of me, and yeah, I'll definitely miss playing here.
This year was a very good year for the Winnacunnet Warriors, and we're looking forward to the next football season starting in the fall. This is Brandon Roy
And Jackson Winters.
for WHTV.
Well, you know what they say, special teams, special players.
That's right. But that's not the only season that is coming to a close this November.
Of course, you must be talking about the play season for the drama department. Last weekend, Winnicott students put on a production of the 1946 show It's a Wonderful Life, a classic Christmas movie. This rendition was set in the context of a radio broadcast where students played actors playing characters from the story rather than playing the characters themselves. This production was the culmination of over 2 months of hard work from the students Mr. Moore and Ben and Dog Bagley. Proceeds from the production will be put towards Winnicott's drama program, including the Drama Club's semi-yearly trip to Broadway in Boston later this winter.
I was glad that we saw the teaser this year. It was a nice break from my class.
I know. Did you know that Ben Bagley went to Winnicott?
He did? Who else went to Winnicott that I don't know about?
I think Allie has the answer to that question. She's been finding that out for us.
Is that what the next story's about?
You bet.
Once you graduate from Winnicott, you probably don't see yourself coming back, but that was different for many. Here at Winnicott, there are at least 15 staff members who graduated from here. I was able to talk to 3 of those staff members. These 3 teachers are...
My name's Amy Waterhouse, and I am one of the school counselors. I graduated in 1987.
My name is Mr. Croto, or John Croto, and I teach biology. I graduated in 1983.
My name is Emily Frizocco, and I'm a school counselor. I graduated in 1999.
Winnicott was a very different school when they attended here in the 80s and 90s.
There was a smoking area where the pavilion was.
The population was actually more. We had about, I think, 1,250 students back then.
The only thing I would say that was different is technology.
We all have our favorite classes. These were their favorite classes when they were students.
My favorite class when I went here, well, I really loved history. So any of the history classes that I took.
My favorite class, I have to say, was probably debate.
My favorite class was psychology with Mr. Fleming.
Returning to Winnicott as a faculty member was very different from being a student here as they once were.
So I came back about halfway through college, and I managed detention and managed in-school suspension.
When I came back to Winnicott, a lot of the teachers that were here when I went here were still here.
The biggest, most difficult, most challenging part for me, I think, was calling my teachers by their first names. That was weird.
As we hit the end of the video, I asked them one final question. That question was, what is a memory that you have when you were a student here that you will never, ever forget?
Prom was good. It was at the Ashworth. And graduation was really fun. I had a nice class.
I loved playing hockey and the friendships that I made through that.
Cheer. And I had a great experience with my team and my coaches. And it was a huge memory that to this day I keep close to my heart.
This is Allie for WHTV.
Whoa, it's easy to forget that these people went to school and had totally different lives before working at Winnicott. I didn't think that any of these people would want to come back after going through it as a student.
I know, you can really find cool things at Winnicott if you look hard enough.
That's true. I looked for a story on Winnicott students, and I found one in our freshman class president, Jack Hafey.
Let's see what you found.
Recently, Jack Hafey was elected 2028 class president. Jack did many things at Hampton Academy, such as Shark News, Yearbook, and working tech for many things over there that have contributed to his success in WHS politics. So now, it's time for you to meet our 2028 freshman class president.
The email went out to apply for 2028 officer applications. I wrote my application and turned it in. It was accepted, and at that point I wrote my speech and delivered it to the class of 2028, I believe on October 8th during Warrior Block. And 2 days after that, I'm your freshman class president. My primary goal is to, one, to work with the students to make sure that everything is good with them, and if there's anything we can change about Winnicott, we will work as hard as we can for that. My second goal is to fundraise. We are fundraising for our junior prom and our senior banquet because, believe it or not, they cost a lot of money, and we want to have enough funds for that so the ticket prices aren't too expensive.
Well, freshmen, now you know your class president. This is Anthony with WHTV. See you next time. Me personally, I think I did a pretty good job on this one.
That's what they all say, Anthony. All authors say that.
Authors? I wouldn't call myself an author. We have other students here that fit that term better, like the Spark Literary Magazine and their staff.
Is this about the poetry reading last Tuesday?
You bet. Last Tuesday, the Spark Literary Magazine hosted their second ever session of Sparks Fly, a poetry reading event that takes place in our library, featuring food and poetry read by students and staff, either personally submitted or favorite works from other writers. This event is designed to help motivate students and let their creativity shine, and entice would-be submitters to submit to the Literary Magazine's yearly edition, which closes this year's submissions in the new year. The event was attended by students of all grade levels and some English department staff. Co-editor-in-chief Allison Cross and Kiera Martin Briggs are hopeful to get another Sparks Fly event going in the spring for a biannual event schedule.
I'll have to go to this next one. I'm sure I'll have a lot of material lying around here.
Oh well, that about does it, Winnicott.
See you all after the break to ring in the second trimester.